All right, hey everybody, it's Steve. Welcome back. Today we're going to change the filter in my air conditioning unit. Now, I have another video out there that shows you how to do the 1-inch, the ones that are more typical. We have an extra filter system that's been installed to the unit itself. That's what we're going to deal with today. And luckily, it's something that even I can do. Okay, so obviously before you get started, you're going to need to have a new filter. And to order one, you're going to need to know what size you need. Now I happen to know what I needed, so I was able to just go ahead and order it. But if you don't, then you'll have to remove the one that's up there and do a measurement. So we're going to show you how to do that in a bit. But here is my old filter already removed. So we're just going to measure that. It's going to be 19.5 by 20 and by 4.5. So with those measurements in mind, that's what you want to look for. Now, I found that it's very difficult to find an exact replacement. Everything was a little bit off. And you'll see down in the description that the filter I ended up getting didn't match these measurements precisely. But as long as you don't go too big and you only go a little bit smaller, you should be good to go. All right, real quick before we go to do our install, a couple things I like to do in advance. Number one, I want to put the date on here, today's date. That way I'll know when I go up there to replace it next time exactly when it was I put this in. So here we are, 9/4/2025. And the other thing I'll do is I'll take a piece of tape that I folded so that it creates a bit of a handle. So I've taken the tape and folded it over on itself, and I'm just going to stick that on the filter on the same side as where it says airflow, so that what I'll be able to do then is to use that as a little handle, and when it's in the unit I'll just be able to use that to pull it forward and pull it out very easily. Otherwise it's a bit of a hassle. Alright, so let's go and install this bad boy. Alright, so you'll need to locate your air conditioning unit. Now it might be easily accessible down below in a closet, or it might be just a little bit more difficult up in the attic like mine is, of course. For you, it will be hopefully a little bit easier because you're not going to have to get up and down the ladder, setting up lights and cameras and answering the front door, etc. So hopefully you can get up here real quick and deal with it. I would recommend wearing a mask if yours is in the attic because, of course, the insulation and the dust is not good for you. I would be doing it, but I'm making the video. All right, let's get to it. Oh, one thing before we get into the unit. Let's make sure that the air conditioning is in the off position. We don't want this to kick on while we're up here working. So if you haven't done it, do it, and then we will get back to it. All right, so here we are with our air conditioning unit. The filter that we need to replace is here inside. So we just need to access that. Now on my model, I have two handles. So I'm just gonna grab a hold of these handles and I'm gonna pull towards me. And then that opens up the door. Certainly different models might have a different way to get in, but that's how mine works. All right, now mine, as I indicated before, I put a little piece of tape on so that when I get this open, I can just grab a hold of it and pull it forward. And it's really easy to get out. Otherwise, you gotta kind of stick your fingers in there and it's tough. So if you don't have that piece of tape, just go get a piece of tape, fold it over, stick it on there, and then you can use it to pull it out. All right, here you can see it was last replaced in January of 25, and you can see the airflow arrows. We want to make a note of that so that when we put our new filter in, our airflow goes in the same direction. It does have on the outside the 20 by 20 by 4.375. That's the measurements for this one in terms of the brand, but it is not the exact measurements as you saw when we measured it with the actual tape measure. But that might be a guide if you can find one that matches what you have. All right, so we'll take this all the way out and we're ready to put our new one in. All right, so here's our new filter. We want to make sure our airflow is going down. So I'll flip that over and we're going to slide that in all the way. You see I have my little handle tape on there. It's going to go all the way in. I'll take my door, line it up with these 4 holes here. You can see the 4 plastic pieces here as well. So we'll line those up and just give it a little tap. And there it is, all done. Pretty easy job once you get up here and are able to access it. So that's it. Okay, that is pretty much the job. So we are done. Now, one question will be, how often do I need to do this? And that kind of depends on your situation. We're pretty heavy users of the air conditioning in the summer, not so much heat in the winter. So that's a factor for us. I am going with every 6 months, and that's primarily due to the fact that I have a dog that sheds all over the place and with the dander and whatnot. Your house, you may not need to change it quite as often. These 4-inch filters are designed to last a bit longer than the standard 1-inch filters that you're used to. All right, so that is it. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, please subscribe, and use our Amazon links. Whether you buy one of the filters we recommend or not, doesn't matter. Still use those links to get to Amazon. That helps us out. All right, until next time, this has been Steve for things that even I can do.